Allow the children to have the budget. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we not talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. Man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego diary politico.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways. But there's not. The cost of fuel has gone up.
Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary Nayibi number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube.
Mayegun diary Nayibi number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary Nayibi number one.
Thank you so much for joining me. Remember to share this broadcast, okay? Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today, share the broadcast.
Nayibi number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary Nayibi number one.
Mayegun diary.
Agbado Nation, just do like this.
Mayegun diary Nayibi number one.
Godfatherism.
Wahala is coming, and I'm happy to be one of the people to kind of put you on notice. Wahala ma happen, konipe. It's just about a few hours away.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary Nayibi number one.
I miss you too.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí
You are saying that this person cannot perform. Yet you are saying he in our party nonsense. I've told, if you vote party, the way you will suffer, me, I'll be here, I'll tell you, I will suffer with you. Nothing will make me suffer with you. I know too much that I can't suffer. But I can tell you, look, you know I'm a man of God. Try to make mistake. Neither will tumble to 5,000. If you don't want another to tumble to 5,000, better tell yourself what to do. It's a word to you when you vote people who have nothing in their head. If you vote party this time, Nigerians, we go fall our hand and watch on. All the things they are suffering, am I suffering with you? I'm too connected by covenant to suffer what people are suffering. But if you vote, it's a word to you when your leader is like a child. That means any leader who will be using dampers is dangerous. It's a word to the whole land. When thy king is what? It's the Bible, I'm not the one who said it. It's a word to the whole land. When thy king is a child. They use dampers for children. So if you have a leader who they use dampers, woe to you.
The more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádùn
Thank
yẹn.
you so much. Read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description as well. Get yourself in tune into what we are about to discuss tonight. It is about to get started.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí pa.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí
Adeku inflation yìí.
Máyégún máa wí.
àní ẹ̀sùn
They
ràkì.
said Nigeria inflation has risen to 27.3%. Irọ́ ni o, but Aku inflation yìí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé.
Mo ti dé. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun, and this is live. If you have kind of dropped your own offering, your offering is to like the video. As you are settling it, okay? Just like the video. Forget about it. That's it. Once. Read the description of the broadcasts because it is going to be step by step. And most of it is going to be storytelling. When you see the Agbadoriansi, the Bati Dioti, the Bat Studies, the Lagos Abobakus, they will tell you to continue to cry. Meanwhile, they have been the most egberes. You know what is called egberes? Bush baby. In Yoruba land, we call it egbere. You know that bush baby where they carry mats. Majority of them, they will be screaming beside you. And when you say, Baba, is everything okay? They can't even really say. At least, a lot of you today have the audacity and the clarity of heart to come out publicly and condemn the hardship unleashed on you by Tinubu's APC. Egbekegbe. Thank God for your life. Oh, Monkotolong Shefuen. You don't know what God did for you. That you are in Nigeria, facing all of this hardship and uncertainty, and you still have the courage to come public and swear for APC, just think about those who indeed thought Tinubu had something for them. And right now, they have no idea what is really happening. But yet, they cannot even publicly complain to make it worse. These days, before you can say, okay, let me see what I can do for you, people are now asking, Alaye, this APC and what have you, where were you then? Majority of them are not really getting any real support from the real people anymore. So crunchy majority one. Egbiri, ekun egbiri. I never shop. I have not shopped for 2 days. So say, what happened? You know, call Luni. What about the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis? Baba, you don't judge us by election. We cannot be judged. You cannot be judging us because of our choice. All of us have choice. We did not know that they will disappoint us. Are you serious? That you did not know? And now, assuming that we know that they are going to do like this, are we going to say, Olori Buruku, Egbere, Ekun Legbere Sunku? So when you see them tell you that cry more, you will cry for 8 years. Tell them that you are happy to continue to cry as long as a majority of them will continue to die in silence. One guy made a video. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll come back to it.
Please, Nigeria government, you people should come to our rescue. For we will get asthmatic patients where we say we cannot afford this. You people need to call this company back called GSK. Before, this teleties for who will get asthma for this Nigeria. This teleties is about 8,000 plus. But because say this company don't pack come up for Nigeria, look at now. I'm at the pharmacy. Pledging missing this 52,500 Abba. Virtually Yela where would they buy 2,000 before? Because say this company where they produce them for Nigeria don't come out. Now virtually now don't enter 8,005 for Nigeria. Please, Nigeria government, you people should come to our rescue. For we will get asthmatic patients where we say we cannot afford this. I'm up my salary 45,000 naira, and me now no I must be taking this. Federal government, you people have to come to our rescue. Please, on behalf of
Let be poor breathe.
How will the poor breathe? Sorry, I mean, I know a lot of you have a story behind that guy, okay? He's APC, Abobaku, and the rest of that. I'm coming back to that. I just want you to see beyond that idiot, okay? I want you to look at those who are asthmatic patients. Did you see that jump from 8,000 naira to 52,000 naira? Inhaler from 2,000 naira to what? To 8,000 abikilo pilenko. Now, here is the point, you. When APC, Buhari, when they were destroying Nigeria and companies were leaving, the Olori Buruku APC, Abobakus, they said those companies that were leaving Nigeria, they were owned by corrupt people in Nigeria. They should go. Other people will come. The end goal was that over 1 million companies left Nigeria. Over 1 million. There are major ones. So at the end of the day, more than 80 million Nigerians lost their jobs, joined the unemployment capital of the world that APC turned Nigeria into. Some even said there are other brands that are cheaper. Majority of them, those brands they thought were cheaper, are the one they thought was expensive. They cannot afford any right now. Now, look at those who are asthmatic patients in that country right now, who are also have to pay that much just to breathe. But guess what? Majority of these Lagos Abobakus, the Ronu Nazis, they don't care because they can't even like really think about them. There's somebody that is earning 30,000 naira and asthmatic. Is that no one just gonna just stop breathing and die? If he or she can no longer afford 52,000, and this is just November, maybe by January, it is going to go to 100,000 naira. Sorry, that one is Yoruba. That means when is the poor who is asthmatic, when is he or she not going to stop breathing? And there are people who are dying because of all these little things that are life-saving, that the economy has sort of, it's not just food though. Imagine where you have to choose between food and your medication. Because if you don't take your medication, you are going to have crisis. And once you have crisis, the money that you didn't have to maintain your health for medication, you would have to go and cough out triple of that in time of emergency, or you will just die. People are dying because of that. These are the economic impact of the rogues that some of you are praying God will make them succeed. Day one that the rogues came in, he started making appointments on media. The country is broke, completely looted, bankrupted country. I have done countless series explaining that to everyone who cared to listen before today. Even though they haven't come out to explain, the level of the bankruptcy of Nigeria, they haven't told anyone. They just said there is no money. Same way Buhari said there was no money, but he met the foreign reserve of Nigeria at 33 billion US dollars. Today, the balance in Nigeria's foreign reserve is less than $2 billion. Nobody is raising alarm. Nobody is even alarmed or alarmed enough, because you have no idea what that even means for Nigeria economy. But everybody is kind of pretending that if Tinubu is going to perform magic. Abi, Buhari met excess crude account of Nigeria at 7.5 billion US dollars. Today, the balance in that account is less than 200,000 US dollars. 200,000 US dollars from 7.5 billion. They had no penny, they added no penny to it, and they emptied it. These are the concept of Nigeria's bankruptcy. If you want to understand it, things have gone so bad that the revenue Nigeria is generating, people are not working, which means less taxes. Here you get the few that are working, businesses are folding up. The few businesses that are operating, they are being overtaxed. Yet they couldn't get enough money. Revenue is the money governments make daily, weekly, and monthly, and yearly. Here you get. Nigeria was so destroyed by Buhari that the revenue that Nigeria was getting, Nigeria was using 98% of the money Nigeria was generating to service debt. Not paying debt. It's not like Nigeria was paying back Nigeria's debt. No. Nigeria cannot afford to pay back a debt. So Nigeria is paying charges on that loan. And the entire revenue of Nigeria, 98% of it can only service Nigeria debt. And you are not alarmed. You want them to fund schools. You want them to fund hospitals. You want them to build roads. You want them to fund the military and train them. You want them to pay your worker and pay workers. How? So they resorted into borrowing money and printing money, not into any production that will yield money for Nigeria, not to block all the loopholes where those who are stealing money. No, nothing of such, right? Nigeria ended up with over 150 billion US dollars debt. including sukuk. Sukuk is the Islamic loan, and they usually price it as a loan that is without interest. It is a Sharia to charge interest on loans. But yet, Nigeria owe the sukuk people more than $4 billion under Buhari. Of course, they did some road though. Here you get the Saudi people that brought the sukuk to Nigeria. What they did was that give us the road you want to construct, and we will do it with the money, but you will owe us. So they managed to do some road though, Islamic loan. There was nowhere Buhari did not borrow money from. Baba, after stealing, they borrowed money from everywhere. I mean, under Buhari, Nigeria was like this. Every time the world sees Nigeria, this is what they saw. Beggy. For 8 solid years, anywhere and everywhere they could see money. Sure you get? To the point that they started looking into dead people's accounts. Once they realized that the owner of this account is dead and he's not operated the account for the past 5-6 years, Emefiole, who were giving Buhari all of this economic idea, the head of that committee is Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu. That's a fake Pastor Ruga, Agbowoni Baba Oja. You remember him? Oshimbade. Cut the long story short, the way that did that to Nigeria, even me, when no the government can, I told you, I can give you list. Malamu and the Anko, Adisirika, Isaleko Barack Obama, Fashola, Ajangba is also Ajangba, the Albert Einstein anyway. All of these looters, including this one who come from Rotifmi, Amochi, the Ubima Judas Iscariot. These are those who looted and offloaded from and bankrupted Nigeria. But if Tinubu is not saying that, so one of their idea of going to Saudi Arabia was that, listen, there is another guy in town. This one is even so unique. He is bringing Nigeria to Islam. Saudi knows the tricky. You can, a guy man cannot guy another guy man. Here you get. Because except if you are actually the mother that murdered their own mother. Those things. Sorry. If I'm speaking, what I mean is that street language, okay? A guy man cannot guy another guy. Here you get. Saudi Arabia, they are careful with their money. And when it comes to Nigeria, they know where they are investing their money. And there is why. And there are those they trust. They come package call you to go and tell them that Nigeria is now Muslim ticket. Nigeria is Muslim. And Nigeria really needs help. Sure you get, they needed money. I don't know what Tinubu's foreign policy is. And I can bet my left yansh that there is no bat study, abibat idiot that can tell you that this is exactly what Tinubu's foreign policy is. The same Bambiala, Ashiri Abu, this one, is the same idea they are telling him, packaging. So that some people will now bring their billions of money and just bring it into Nigeria. Buhari couldn't do it. So they thought packaging call Mr. Bulaba will convince them. At the end of the day, there's no return. He just left Gabon. I think he's arrived Abuja now. So eventually he left Riyadh, went to Jeddah to go and pray for Nigeria. And from there, he said the media should at least say something nice about Nigeria in order to attract investors. It has been 6 months now. I hope you know that. One single dollar has not been invested in Nigeria from any foreign investor. Of course, you have seen them take pictures here and there, Abi. Now let's go back to what the world knows. And Tinubu and his gang believes that the world is also as dark as the brains of those mofos that they currently brainwashed in Nigeria, by the way. Make it simple. Nigeria is in hot soup. And if you are those who really came to come and save Nigeria, Nigeria Constitution says to form a cabinet. In fact, do you know that what Nigeria fraudulent constitution says is about the executive arm of government in Nigeria? When you form government, it's like your government is apolitical. So you must choose ministers from 36 states in Nigeria, including Abuja. That is constitutional requirement. Now, these rogues, they are usually, you know that all of these are just for political patronage, political cronyism, cronyism, where cronies are given the chance to come and sit at the table where they are sharing your common patrimony. It is not really about what to serve you, right? Kolu came, a country that they have bled to death. Kolu came with the biggest cabinet nomination ever in Nigeria's history. These are the people who came to save you, to save the economy. The ones that said subsidy was gone, and therefore whatever hardship you are facing right now is just temporary. It is not. He formed the biggest cabinet with 48 ministers. Also, he appointed those he called the SA, SSA, SSSSA, SS Announce SA, different title, right? He has already appointed 1,183 people on the last count too. That's why they are saying that, be like say, those who are currently twerking for Tinubu, pretending that they are still here, they know they will be dragged, but they don't care. So they just want Tinubu to see them dragged and give them appointments. Now, out of all of this appointment, SSA, SSB, CSA, and all this nonsense, there is no single economic team that is actually putting together the real numbers to show that they are interested in critical areas. I mean, like for real, there is no economic team. They are doing abracadabra with your lives. Today, they don't pump $10 billion into economy. Naira and dollar will crash. Tomorrow, no, it is not true. Now 6 billion. Day after that, no, it's just 1 billion. Then afterward, you see a Central Bank of Nigeria. Well, you don't catch us. Okay? We don't have a magic wand to save Nigeria economy. Are you actually following that? Those are the guys. So they went to Saudi Arabia, bows in hand, begging for money. They are offering nothing other than words of mouth like, Nigeria have population, Nigeria have natural resources. If you come to Nigeria, you will be able to do business. Forget about corruption. Forget about everything you are reading about Nigeria. Okay? Come, I'll show you. You will make money. There is money to be made. And all of that. This is the talk Tinubu went to Saudi to say. Probably he was shocked that the kind of reception he expected, or he was told that he would get, he didn't get that. He didn't sign any bilateral deal or anything there. There were no any multi-billion Saudi businesses coming together to say, okay, we are going to do this or do that. But rather, these rogues, they came and they said, Saudi Arabia has promised to invest in Central Bank of Nigeria. And I was like, what's in Central Bank they sell? Hello? Do you know what Central Bank is selling? The Central Bank is selling dollars. So Saudi will bring their dollars, give it to Central Bank of Nigeria. I say, listen, we have too much dollars. Take this 10 billion. And instead of selling your dollar for 1,200, you can begin to sell it for 300 naira to $1. We are that generous. So yeah, take the money. Do you really think that is how the world works? Anyway, it didn't work as planned, but there is a bigger problem. Or maybe not. Have you heard about, wait for it too. Have you heard about the EU, what's the EU-ACP deal or so? Don't worry, I'll tell you what it means. The European Union, and when we say European Union, you know, it's about the countries in Europe, okay? And European Union being the, what do you call it, the umbrella body that is also the, what do you call it, the symbol of economy, whatever of the Europe. Don't mind all those illustrations. What that simply means is that EU, European Union. So whenever the EU, countries within the EU, decide to go and trade abroad, sure you get, so they will be, they will have a much stronger sort of, you know, backing. They will say, what is the EU? Instead of saying, what is a Sweden economy? And you say, okay, what is the size of the Sweden economy? But what is the size of all the European countries, European Union countries, economy? You say, oh, that's mighty. So they will now say, okay, we are big. Now, if we need to now go to Africa, go to the Caribbean countries, islands, and all that. So we want to make sure that we are doing business with people who don't have laws that are anti-human rights. Now, listen to me sort of attentively when about this section I'm about to get into now. You see the homosexuality, gayism, and then lesbianism, simply put as LGBTQ and all that, right? In this part of the world, and generally all over the place, right? It's considered as a human right, your choice, kind of. So, before now, we've had countries, in fact, in that kind of a treaty and pact that they put together, they have countries, like about 79 countries, which include some in Africa, invited to say, listen, if we have to help your economy or invest in your country or do things like, you know, normal, especially bilateral trades and all of that stuff, we will be interested in you reviewing your anti-LGBTQ plus laws. See, I have lived in the UK for a while. Before I came to the UK, no matter the little education I had, normally before I came to the UK, I never really got bothered about anybody's sexuality per se. But from where I came from, people have this deep fear that comes from the religious background and the upbringing of so many people. So, normally, where I grew up, we didn't have cases of anybody being gay or what have you. So, as a child, I never had to experience it, okay? But, while growing up as well, I realized that some of us got told or believed, including myself, that anyone, especially males, you know, gays, when a man and a man should be sexual, should have a sexual attraction. So from where I come from, right, it is believed that no, there's something wrong. It is spiritual, or that person is using it for money ritual. Now, that's why I said that from where I come from, it is that deep fear of lack of understanding when it comes to homosexuality. But some of us who have now left Nigeria and come here, we have ended up with, you know, gay neighbors, gay cosmates, LGBTQ workmates, LGBTQ supervisors at place of work. And we've discovered that it is actually the least worry about anybody's sexual view. You know what I mean? It's like they are like a person like you and all that. So when you see Nigerians who are like, I'm not saying all of Nigerians, but majority of us will ended up having to not have that kind of deep misunderstanding of homosexualism. You know what I mean? Like, like it's not contagious or whatever, something like that. Like a lot of us got much understanding and we became more tolerant, right? And even if we were not, a lot of us have come to learn the open tolerance. Even if you do, yes, you lose your job or you lose your business or you lose a lot of things, because it is not as that deep, Abi. In Nigeria, there are still homosexuals everywhere, including the lawmakers. But like I said, some of us believe that there must be something that they use them for serious ritual. And these are just some of us who are moderate from the south too. I am not from northern Nigeria. And I know there is actually law in Sharia law that if you are caught as homosexual, they will stone you to death. And that is in Nigeria. In 2014, Goodluck Egbere Jolantan signed the homosexuality law of Nigeria, that if you are caught practicing homosexuality, you will go to jail for how many years? 10 years. I am telling you all of this just so you have the background understanding of what Tinubu is about to do. And from my own understanding, they said, even though I think they said the Malawi and Ghana, they pulled out of the treaty out of moral obligation, a moral conviction that they couldn't sign it. No matter how much money they are ready to invest in their economy, they don't want the money. They can always go through other means, kind of. But you see, in Nigeria, where this fear exists, where homosexuals are still being targeted by the system and the people themselves, where you cannot group yourself and say you are homosexuals and all of that. So, and like I said, from this background, there is no real effort on the part of Nigeria government, okay, to actually protect them. And let me be honest with you, even if they make any laws to protect homosexuals in Nigeria, the Nigerian politicians and Nigerian governments, they have no real intention of protecting any homosexual in Nigeria or have the capacity to. But that is not the real thing yet. So from what we have heard, Nigeria was supposed to sign that treaty between the 9th of November and yesterday, the 15th. And if they actually signed it, what that means is that it is not because they are interested in protecting the homosexuals in Nigeria. It is simply for the money. But how would you, the Sharia North, Muslim tickets, how are you going to now deal with this effrontery when it finally comes to light that your mumu ticket, we then press your mumu button, is a scam after all? Because I am not too young to remember when Nigeria was to host Miss World beauty pageant, Now, for some reason, a riot just broke out in Kano. Because how dare Nigeria government give approval for women to come and show their bodies and all of that? The number of people killed in that riot is more than 100. Up to this moment, not a single person is serving a jail or lifetime jail or ever even convicted for that jihad that took place in Kano and some part of northern Nigeria. Jihad is only war, and it just takes little provocation or little or no provocation at all before it sparks. Listen to this. Somebody in Denmark drew a cartoon of Prophet Muhammad, and a riot broke out in Nigeria. More than 200 Nigerians were slaughtered, Christians mostly. They were slaughtered because they believed that Muhammad was insulted in faraway Denmark. It's not even Nigerian. So now that the Muslim ticket was supposed to show the supremacy of the Sharia North, I hope you would have to spend and allow the homosexuals to do their wedding, JJ. Somebody said, Mayogun, don't stress yourself. When Kolu signs it, he knows that they will never pass such laws in Nigeria. And I said, that means you still have no idea what a state capture truly means. It will happen, but that is not the real point. All of you now threaten people, with your mumu ticket, like the Ronu Nazis. You would have to abolish your Sharia law, the part that says you should kill homosexuals, the one that said you should stone them. Of course, the people that are watching Tinubu and his gang, they themselves probably know this too. If Saudi money no go come, EU money will come. This treaty is a 20-year treaty. So for the next 20 years, your government, all organs of your government, they will make this change. A lot of you, especially the Southerners, apart from those of you who are so religious and all of that, trust me, you will understand what a state capture means anyway. So, and if you are an homosexual in Nigeria, you have a chance to petition these people too if they give Tinubu money and their Sharia are still threatening you or anyone else is trying to harass you. This is the consequence of election. That's what they call it. They said elections have consequences. Just as you now have Agbado Nation. You see, where a lot of you are being told to learn how to adjust. Did you see this, by the way?
50 naira, 200 naira. Ebujesi, Eshu, Yaipo. 50 naira, 200 naira.
So, somebody said that if the Wahala go start, it will start from the Sharia North. And I am like, Tinubu hasn't even started yet. You see, I know that those of you who were deceived or you deceived yourselves because of your religion, religious affiliation, on Mayegun's Diary Politico, I have told my own brethren here that, listen, you see the criminals in charge of Nigeria, they don't represent anybody. Whether you are a Yoruba from the western part of Nigeria, or you are an Igbo, a Biafran from the eastern part of Nigeria, or you are from the Ijo Ishekiri nation, as you would love to call yourself instead of Niger Delta. Or maybe you are from the northern part of Nigeria, Fulani, Hausa, and the rest of the, what do you call it, the tribe that are in the northern Nigeria, you say. And you have any of these criminals parading themselves as coming from your part because they are also Fulani, they are Hausa, Kanuri, Ijo, Yoruba, Igbo, and all of that. If you believe because they speak the same language like you, then that is the symptom of your mumurity. In case if you haven't if you haven't sort of told yourself that, kind of, right? If you are a Christian or a Muslim or any other religion or faith that you worship, and you use that as your connection with any of these rogues and say because he's a Christian, she is a Muslim, I believe her, I trust him. Now, that is the second mumu button that they always press. And I've told my own brethren on this platform that these criminals have no nationality. They have no patriotism. Their nationality is to themselves. Their patriotism is to themselves. Okay? The Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Ijo, Fulani, sort of a card that they are playing, those are just their meal ticket to have access to the table. It's not because of they want to represent you. They've never represented you. But some people don't believe that. Sure, you get that you are of the same religion. These criminals have no religion. A lot of you know them as occultic criminals. But yet, you forgot that the devil can read the Quran. The devil can read the Bible too. And you started feeling like you have a connection with them because they are Muslims. You have a connection with them because they are Christians. Tell yourselves, ask yourselves this. Anybody who is not an Omuale, a bastard, would have an opportunity to make the life of their people better, and they will refuse to do it. Person will not be bastard though. But when you look at these looters, all of them from your local government to your state to Abuja, where they are slaughtering you every day, you will see every one of them from every tribe or every ethnic nationality in Nigeria, every religion. They are members of every religious bodies in Nigeria. So ask yourselves, how come they did not actually feel sympathy for you because they are Muslims? How come they have no compassion for you because they are Christians? Now you, they believe, say them be Christian and Muslim, so you won't defend them, you won't fight for them. Now you, they see them as a Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, and all of that. No. Nigeria is like a graveyard. They are vultures who comes there to scavenge. When they get whatever they want to get from Nigeria, they go elsewhere to take the proceed. Now you just they believe, say you get country. Now you, they part this and that, abi. So they told some of you mumus that a Muslim ticket is going to bring
development to Nigeria because in your warped mind, in your deluded, religious, brainwashed Bangolo Eddie, you believe that Allah will guide them to where? Allah will guide them on how to steal your money and where to put the money, Abi. Inside that, your Korofo Bangolo Eddie. You believe that even if they want to mistake, they can go to Mecca to go and pray to Allah in Saudi Arabia, and you can camp in every other house is built for you to begin to shout Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, making mockery of your God, making mockery of your faith, sounding foolish at the same time. And you know, foolish people are also very loud. They go tell you, say you don't know what they talk. Shall you understand? So they deceived them because they are alajas. They are people who are closer to Allah. They have the fear of Allah. These ones look like people who fear anybody. Even if Allah come with blazing eye and all of that, these weirdos will find a means around to see if they can bribe Allah. You know that, but you are holding faith because hope is here. Now look at you now. You are a Muslim ticket. You cannot afford to pay your school fees. Your parents cannot afford to feed fine anymore. You cannot afford to pay your children their fees. You can no longer, look at it. It's not just that, you can no longer afford to live life like normal person anymore. You are frustrated, disappointed, scammed. Now you are calling on Allah to touch them. And where do you think Allah is, that Allah that you have in mind, where do you think He's touching them to? Is to further keep them alive to destroy your own life. And you can continue to shout Allah, 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 Allah here. Same thing to you also. Those of you, the prayer warriors. See, I shared something today. And what was that? You know that Suleiman Otobo. You remember Suleiman? So I saw this old video. It's not new. So Otobo Suleiman was talking to his congregation. And what was he telling them? He said, a lot of you read it in the Bible that a donkey spoke. You know, Balaam said, Balaam's a donkey. That told Balaam that, stop beating me. You remember that story? Agbengadeboye taught me that. Kete Balamu. You know, he spoke. That's the power of God. Remember that. So you heard that Shena Joshua be Jacob. Which of them they said disappeared? It was here, but it will appear in other places, preaching the word of God and all of that. They use Kanoko and anyway. Suleiman was talking to his church members. I don't want to call them Mumu. Because some of them may be watching me right now. And as Martin, they make some of you angry these days. Smarting will make you the para. You enter bus. And you say, sir, this seat is for 4 people. Please shift. Now only 2 of us. Other people are coming. Somebody will lose it and they'll be like, are you, And you'll be like, Baba, now just move. We say make you move. You don't need all this tension. So if I see Suleiman people here, so I'm just trying to say they are church members. And Suleiman said, somebody, which was Imo, he was in Germany. And as he was in Germany, God told him to start praying. And he started speaking in tongue. And the Lord told him to enter that restaurant. He entered the restaurant, and God told him to go to the toilet of the restaurant. And he went straight into the toilet of the restaurant, still doing wait on my guy. I beg, lighten my mood.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
what
shall I say? Thank you, Lord.
have to say is thank you, Lord. He said he entered a German restaurant bathroom, and then God told him to come out. By the time he came out from the Paris toilet. Airport toilet. That's right. He told his congregation, he said, listen, you need to have faith. And some of them felt like, Then here is another one. I found another one. It was Baba Gio Adeboye. And you know me as Gio to Gio, me I know they do miracle, so I can't compare myself. And I'm not going to compare myself. But I just don't want you to tell me that they are men of God. And me, who I be? When I was a child, I was called the child of God. I'm a child of God. Innocent. So if I now grow up to be a man, what do you think I've grown up? I've grown up to become? Man of God. Do you understand that? Every man is man of God. Yeah, and I don't like when people say, man, you're going to be very careful because I know they do miracle. So you don't fear me. So I saw one, it was Baba Adeboye. And Baba Adeboye said he had a crusade somewhere in Colorado. Here you get. And it's somebody who doesn't really like cold. I don't like cold too. But if I'm going to anywhere cold or in winter, I'm just gonna have to pack up. But Baba get more power. He said I told my daddy, I am going to Colorado in January and I don't want snow. And Daddy answered, when Baba Adeboye got to Colorado, Baba said everyone was wearing shirts and it was meant to be winter. You know January winter? January winter. They said everybody was wearing t-shirts in Colorado. So Baba now said, this is where the real miracle is, so that's not enough. Daddy, the sky daddy, now when Baba Adeboye left and 2 hours after, sky daddy everywhere just started snowing. All the snow that we're holding for those days, they fell the same day. So I can't share the video. I said, I know they this one. Oh. Yeah, no, deal. I didn't say more than that too. Then somebody came and he said, Mayegun, I love you so much, but I want you to stay away from men of God. The things of spirit that you don't. I say, you came late to the party. I have provoked some people who are your senior. Years back, on top this your pastor opinions in Nigeria. I wanted to tell you, I was like, you came late to come and there are some of you who have told me they don't give me days. Some of them don't give me hours. I go see waiting go happen. I go see waiting their God. I say, how come your God, your own God now to destroy person where you know like? Your God no they get pity. Since me in call, I be man of God or child of God do. You know what I mean? Because where I come from in Ijebu, we know they use Omore, to what do you call, we know they sacrifice Omore to worship Ore. Ore is the deity that protects all of us in that part of Ijebu. Is our own deity. And you cannot use somebody as a child of Ore. You cannot use me as a sacrifice. To sacrifice, I sacrifice to my own father. You know? How can I be a child of God? And because you don't like what I said about the pastorpreneurs, and you begin to call this guy daddy to warn me. I don't want that kind of love. I don't want Momo to love me. No, they tell me, say, Mayegun, I love you so much, but I want to. She will lori any. Like what our pastorpreneur yiti ya we papo abi. They don't share papo. We can digress, just a little bit of a digression. I'm coming back on track because I just told you, those of you who got deceived through your religion, they played you. Here you get. So you have some other idiots, that will tell you that their sky daddy magician told them that this one is anointed him, that one he anointed him. Let us just pray for them and let us just keep faith. When you pray for criminals who became powerful, deceiving and looting from you, what do you think the prayer means? When you pray for them, you're praying that God should protect them, God should give them knowledge and understanding. Do you think you need God's knowledge and understanding to build standard road and cut corruption? Fear of God too. It's okay. If then they sell them for markets, 3 for 5 naira, it will never work on these criminals. They are born criminals. You have to born, what do you call it, the platform where they have become this stronger. So to those of you who have been deceived by religion, you see, to those who were deceived, or those who deceived themselves, because some of you are voluntary slaves too. Because sometimes we should say it as it is. You get? You say, but you cannot really blame them. These people. I say, I know we cannot just blame everyone, but what about the voluntary slaves? The ones that will tell you that we thought because he's a Yoruba man. I was like, on this program, you were typing. You know, say your mama, your papa go soon become famous on social media from your action. You are typing, they call me names. You are saying that my ego will cry, my ego will cry. You are telling me that I'm Omo Ali. And Omo Ali. Today, some of you are still here, including, like, some of you are still here. But your mama, your papa, everybody, they streets. And I can say, sorry, man, sorry, that, sir. This could have been prevented.
People are suffering here. People are suffering People are suffering. This is our lower Muslim market. One kí wọ́n lọ mú 2.5. 2.5 àbẹ́lò. One kọ́ lọ mú 2.5. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ní kọ́ lọ ṣe environmental. Wọ́n wá ní kọ́ lọ ṣe 2.5 fún Awólọ́wọ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má bínú mà. Ẹ má bínú mà. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Ṣé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ níbí báyìí mà? Àwọn èèyàn bímọ síbí báyìí. Ó láwọn èèyàn tó wà ní charge ẹ̀ mọ̀. Wọ́n ní ọjà Awólọ́wọ̀. Àwọn kọ́mítì ọjà ti jókòó. Àwọn bàbá wa ti jókòó, kọ́mítì ọjà ti jókòó, wọ́n ti fẹ́ yanjú gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Àwọn màmá wa ti jókòó, àwọn bàbá wa ti jókòó, wọ́n ti fẹ́ settle ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n ní kọ́ lọ wá 2.7 àbí 2.7 million fún ọjà. Wípé kọ́ lọ wá láti wá ṣe ọjà. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. So we just need judgment from all the people. Àwọn èèyàn need government. Yeah. Wọ́n need judgment. You understand? This is what they are saying. People are suffering in Awolowo market. Wọ́n ní kọ́ lọ wá 2.7 million wá fún ọjà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣí. And which I know that the Lagos state government can never do that. Excuse me, people are suffering. This is ọjà Awolowo, Lagos State, Awolowo market. So God bless you all. Please love and share. Mama, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? wọ́n ní kẹ́ wá 2.7 àbí tọ́bẹ̀ bí ṣí ọjà. Oh, my people are suffering here. Try láti love and share. To understand. Àwọn màmá ti jókòó, wọ́n fẹ́ settle ẹ̀. Màmá, ẹ má bínú mà, ẹ ká sọ mà. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ọjà Awólọ́wọ̀? A kọ̀ wá síbi bàbá tá a rí àwọn èèyàn tó dó síta. Ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ débí ni. Oh, okay, à ń bọ̀ mà. Àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ madam. Wọ́n ní kọ̀ọ̀kan ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́jà Awólọ́wọ̀ lọ́tí ọjà pa.
And this is getting too much. We need peace of mind. The money is too much.
Èló lọ ní kẹ́ lọ mú wá?
2.6.
Okay, ṣé 2.6? Kí ni reason tí wọ́n ṣe sọ fún yín? Lẹ́tà wo lẹ gbà pé wọ́n ti ọjà? Ẹ gba lẹ́tà gbọ̀ngàn. Ẹ gba lẹ́tà. Wọ́n ẹni sùúrù màmá. Wọ́n wá gba èló lọ́wọ́ yín tẹ́lẹ̀. Èló lẹ dá tẹ́lẹ̀? 2,000, àwọn kọ́dá 3,000. Okay. Lẹ́yìn tó ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ yín, tún wá ní kẹ́ wá fún. Wọ́n tún wá ní kọ́ tún wá dá 5,000. Ẹ ti dá. Wọ́n tún wá sọ pé 2.6. God, people are suffering in Lagos State. This is ọjà Awólọ́wọ̀. Mommy.
You are saying that this person cannot perform. Yet you are saying he in our party nonsense. I've told, if you vote party, the way you will suffer, me, I'll be here, I'll tell you, I will suffer with you. Nothing will make me suffer with you. I know too much that I can't suffer. But I can tell you, look, you know I'm a man of God. Try to make mistake. Neither will tumble to 5,000. If you don't want another to tumble to 5,000, better tell yourself what to do. It's a word to you when you vote people who have nothing in their head. If you vote party this time, Nigerians, we go fall our hand and watch on that. All the things they are suffering, am I suffering with you? I'm too connected by covenant to suffer what people are suffering. But if you vote, it's a word to you when your leader is like a child. That means any leader who will be using dampers is dangerous. It's a word to the whole land. When thy king is what? It's the Bible, I'm not the one who said it. It's a word to the whole land. When thy king is a child. They use dampers for children. So if you have a leader who they use dampers, woe to you. And the priest is eating the... It's the Bible, am I the one that said it? Except you want to argue with the Bible. You are saying that this person cannot perform.
Woe to you. Woe to you. You see, they will tell you, don't mock them. No. We are not mocking you. We're just kind of telling you the consequences of your action. They are two different things. You can cry blood if you like. Make you cry blood. I even they look for this weary. Who help me see this guy?
But we are on the path of Bat Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but we are bound to vote for Bat. Habi Gengosi Habi that. We won't allow autocrats. Aṣíwájú Jagaban meritocrat, debat. It is time to vote non-rat. I can be debat through Democrat. He is needed like a fat. Let's give him free via. We say no to plutocrat. Homo olodo de aristocrat. Debat. We are on the prayer mat for Mr. Bat, and that is that. Bat is needed, not the brat. We call on those he baby sat. We give no room for shit chat. Oluremi's husband, the technocrat. Debat. Please part the frat for the Bat. Remember him in your solat. Bat is needed, no pocket. There's no space for tit start. Do take over habitat. Folashadi's father, the Democrat, the bat. Unlike Pratt that shout and spat in politics, you are not a sprat, friend of all and diplomat. We want you, Father Bat. Fragile header, we won't slat. Olushe's daddy is not a twat. The bat. Worldly famous like a sat. Universally, you are never flat. Fearful idol, they can swat. Bola Ahmed is slat. The gold with full carat. Homo Abibatu, Minister Format, the bat. Visionary leader, we foot bat. Confident leader, we must for bat. We need capacity, we shy for bat. Master strategist, how we foot bat. Political oracle, how we foot bat. Administrative guru, how we foot bat. Straight to Aso Rock.
The more you look, the less you see. The more you look, the less you see.
We're plenty. And let me tell you something. Some of the madness that you are going to witness in so many people, psychosis problem that a lot of people are going to suffer, they are going to be induced by hunger. AB, Loma induced. That was before the election, no? Mr. Debat. Oluremi husband is a guru. Mr. Strategist is a debat. The guy may even be watching my broadcast right now, and he go just sit down there, they soaking Gary jejely. And if your bread don't get buttered, a lot of the people that you told that Mr. Strategist, Tifnumbu, will make their life better, Mr. Ba, it is not happening. No. I know they are telling you to hang on. Omo, they are telling you that they are. I am saying it to you right now that if you get any buffer to what is still coming, make you begin the double, triple, quadruple demo. Because Ijitoja to Boba going. You know that song? Ijitoja to Boba going. So you have an idea in a short while. This man is a taxi driver. And I'm sorry if you don't understand Yoruba, but listen to him. That taxi driver said he was almost hit with a charm on the day of election where he insisted I was going to vote for Kolu. There are people who actually voted. Now he said, you know, that he will never pray for him. That if Tinubu's government in 6 months, they've destroyed his house. And that guy was asking, how did he destroy your house? He was like, what do you mean? If I can no longer feed my family, if my wife and children if I can no longer care for them, when is my house not going to be scattered? That is the story of every people who are currently facing the heat. And to those of you who still they get people where they try to shock you, or those who are still trying to fund your business so that you won't be able to really feel it much and all that. See, everywhere go dry soon. Everywhere go dry soon. Everywhere will dry soon. So, Peter Obi, who was somewhere with the former president of Malawi. You remember this woman? She was actually talking about elections in our own country. And she said the president of their country then, during election, used the TPEX, okay, to change election results. And the judiciary saved them. And she ended up being one of the first a female president in their country, or probably the first. Remember?
I was privileged to be requested by America to lead the observer team of NDI and IRI. I don't know why, but they just felt this African woman will lead this observer team. While I was here, Arise Broadcasting Channel asked to interview me. And one thing I learned for the first time in Nigeria, the question that came from the anchor was, what about vote buying in Malawi? And I said, what is that? Because, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I had never heard about vote buying in my life. Where I come from, the last elections of 2020, the sitting president used the TPEX to change figures. Our award-winning judiciary nullified the elections. Distinguished ladies, so when I went home, being interviewed how Nigeria was, I told them about this question, and Malawians were amused. We learn every day. Vote buying. Today,
we learn every day. Vote buying. Now, what is vote buying? She's hearing that for the first time in her life, and she's a politician from Malawi. Former President Banda from Malawi. She's the woman that sold off all of the presidential jets. She was vice president, right? And the president died. So she had to be made president, right? Within the first 1 week or a month, she ordered that all the presidential fleets, jets, presidential cars, and all of them, that she doesn't really need and all that should be sold off and the money used. Have you forgotten her? Some of you should remember her now. I forgot her full name, but I just remember she says so something Banda. Then she went on to contest properly, and she won. I think she tried to contest the second time. She lost. I mean, not the full story anyway. That woman, that was like a vote buying. So, yeah, we buy votes, get price. The price be say, depends on how much you pay. That's how much the result will come. And if you know who knows who what, like this guy, the judiciary will also do your bidding.
We know law. We have gone to appeal court, and the final destination is the Supreme Court, and we will meet there. That is when we will know whom they know, and they will know whom we know.
That's it. They will know. Joyce, God bless you. I wanted to say Janice. I'm like, no, I'm not going to say it, and then I get corrected. Her name is Joyce Banda. Amazing woman. Like, I am not from Malawi, and I believe that the Malawians themselves, they will have similar things to say about her. In Nigeria, the criminals who are in charge of a bankrupted country are buying yachts. And they are spending hundreds of billions of naira on cars, new cars, including new offices and a new court of appeal complex with billions and billions of Nigerian naira. None of this is invested in health, education, you know what I mean, or infrastructure per se. Because even that one is going to be stolen anyway, like job for the boys. It was just like a free, quick cash out. While the country continued to bleed and bleed and bleed. Some are telling you that it will take time. I mean, they were talking to their central bank governor, Cardoso. And Cardoso said, well, the speculators are giving them problems. And that is why they can not really save the naira for now. So initially they thought, okay,
once they get enough dollars and pump it, so inflation may come, but at least they can keep the exchange rate artificially stable. But it seems that one is not working as well. They will take money from anywhere. Nobody knows how much money Tinubu has printed right now. I can tell you this: in another few months, that is going to come to light. That's where Buhari stopped, is where Tinubu continued. And if you think where Buhari brought you is bad, wait for where Tinubu and Tinubunomics or Tinubunomisty, where they are taking you to. And you're likely going to be like that woman. I say, help me, help me, help me. They carry me, they go where I don't know. Remember?
I will not allow you to. Hey, help me, 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 help me. If they carry me, they go where I don't know. Help me, help me.
That's exactly what it's going to be like. So if you see Christ anywhere for now, I know that everywhere country right now, to even help people, and you don't want to end up looking like a fool, it's tough now. And a lot of people are just like, you know what? Just leave them with their wahala. Because I mean, they cannot be helped until they are willing to help themselves. And they are not. Most of them are not really willing. Sure you get. So when I saw the video of that guy with what they call that in inhaler, the Ventolin inhaler and others, it just brought back that same thing I have been saying many times, that you can continue to deceive yourselves. If you like, turn yourself to prayer warrior for these criminals. You are only praying for the long life and prosperity for them. At the same time, long life and suffering for yourself. When you pray for these criminals, you are praying for them to stay longer enough to make mess of your life. Because you see, if you pay attention very well, apart from food, okay, you see health. I read it somewhere that in northern Nigeria, people are now importing Chinese Maggi. Something that looks like, all those Ajinomoto back then that you can always use to soak your white clothes. Remember? Ajinomoto and things like that. I don't know. We used to use that to soak, because we used that to soak our clothes back then. If I heard that anybody cooked food with Ajinomoto, I'm just going to no, I'm not. No, not me. Even though this was later debunked, that it wasn't that bad, it wasn't blah, I don't know, but I was like, nah. Now I've seen things like that where they say white Maggi from China white or something like that, and NAFDAC made an announcement that it is dangerous. It is dangerous for consumption. Baba, that dangerous. Now in that they buy for northern Nigeria right now, because people are so poor to buy seasoning. Well, what are they even cooking with seasoning? They said that thing is dangerous for their kidney or their liver. I don't know. It is dangerous for consumption because of poverty. People are not listening to them. In 5, 10 years or 20 years time, then suddenly you will see massive number of people with so much dialysis problem or something like that. And because there is no healthcare in Nigeria, many of them are going to die. And they will blame it on witchcraft. I saw that. I was like, that's what poverty does. When people can no longer afford basic things anymore. But that is about food. One single sickness, one single one. People who are suffering from diabetics, those who are suffering from some other, life-threatening, ailment and all that have to live off different medication every day, or else their life will be in so much and serious, painful danger. You get what I mean? And some of you, I don't think you really want to experience that. But as I'm saying this right now, some of you can relate. It is either it has happened to you or you are currently dealing with that right now. Even some of us who live abroad, there are many of us who have to cough out a lot of money. Yes, a lot of money to care for the health of family members, your parents, or somebody from where you just sort of get involved. And every day they are telling you that thing you paid 8,000 naira for last month, so it is now 25,000 naira. And you can tell from your purses as well, right? You can say. But there are those who are going to become poorer and they are going to die poor. They're not going to leave anything for their families because they would need to sell everything they have in order to be able to pay for their health care. You should not be selling your properties to get health care. It's not done. You shouldn't. Do you understand that? Like, get to a stage whereby choose between getting your medication or feeding yourself. Do you get that? There are people who are living through that in Nigeria right now. Many of them are in the hospitals. Some of them, they have been kicked out of those hospitals. They are currently sleeping outside the hospitals. Some of them have turned to beggars around the hospitals across Nigeria. Sure, you get that there are no real investment in that place for them. None from these guys. So if you found yourself in that situation whereby you are about to lose everything or you've lost everything, 10 years ago to now, and you can tell what your health has cost you, the harder, the worse the situation gets in Nigeria, the more they take toll on your health or the health of your loved ones. And it is not going away. Here you get. So when I saw that guy complaining about his medication, I knew, number one, when you see videos like that, fine, sometimes it makes us be like we are the ones amplifying the videos. Because it's going to be like, oh, we are mocking them. Here you get. And in the process, you are going to see one thief or one rogue in APC, they will quickly call you and say, I saw your video. It's okay. You should have called me. The same people that he's been calling that didn't pick his call. Now they will call him and say, okay, how much is that your drug again? Say, now 52,000. The other one called 32,000. How much is everything? 84,000. How much? I mean, is that how many of that do you need in a year? I need that every month. So if I okay, for 12 months, say how much is that for 12 months, everything? And the moment they just give him the money, take this money, 700, take this 1 million naira. Go and buy all yourself, the supply, your inhaler, your everything and all that. The same guy that some of you are laughing at. Some of you are saying, yeah, you see your life. The same guy will get a little cash out that will last him for maybe 2-3 months, even though he's going to be back into that. But that same guy will make video and begin to tell you that he's not against Tinubu. Tinubu is the best. That all of you will not get person will go pay for your own medication for 1 year. Now that way they go come back on, they tell you, say, you should wait for Tinubu. Tinubu is working on it. Very soon, all of you go. Don't worry. If you are still alive, you are not going to suffer to buy medication. They will bring the price down. It will say that, enjoy that little comfort for a few months. Then he's back into that bracket again. And he will scream again. So people like them, sometimes will make you, feel like, close your mind. But I don't want you to. I want you to understand the gravity of what they have done to Nigeria. Beyond these ones, okay? I want you to see beyond that. Like, okay,
Remove that guy from that picture. Ask yourself, somebody who is asthmatic right now in Nigeria, how are they breathing? Have you ever asked yourselves? I have never thought of it that much. Sure, you understand? And I was like, oh my way too. Even though a lot of us might just feel cool and say, you know, but have you ever kind of, or hang on, I don't want to ask you. I want to tell you. I want you to look beyond that right now and ask yourself, like, oh my way too. All the people who have asthma in Nigeria, we haven't asked them how they are breathing. Oh, do you get that? If I have to spend 52,000 naira in order for me not to buy even the price with the situation of Nigeria, even the price can make me stop breathing. Sure, you get. Now I play that video again. I want you to take a look at it and I want you to remove this guy from it, even though some of you won't, okay? Then you will come back to what I ask you. That have you thought about those who actually have this? I know the criminals are not. And those people who are there and they are suffering in silence. Eh? You have asthma. You are supporting APC. Eh? Are you not intentionally planning to kill yourself? I'm just saying, like, have you thought about it at all? Eh? You get asthma. You are in Nigeria. And you are defending Tinubu, voting APC. Baba, normal. Are you trying to kill yourself, ni? Abi 52,000. Stop, ni.
Please, Nigeria government, you people should come to our rescue. For we will get asthmatic patients, we be say we cannot afford this. You people need to call this company back called GSK. Before, this teleties for who will get asthma for this Nigeria. This teleties is about 8,000 plus. But because say this company don't pack come up for Nigeria, look at now. I'm at the pharmacy. Pledging missing this 52,500 Abba. Virtually yela where would they buy 2,000 before? Because say this company where they produce them for Nigeria don't come out. Now, virtually now don't enter 8,005 for Nigeria. Please, Nigeria government, you people should come to our rescue. For we will get asthmatic patients, we be say we cannot afford this. I'm of my salary 45,000 naira, and me now I must be taking this. Federal government, you people have to come to our rescue. Please, on behalf of all the people that they asthma, please, you people have to come for this. Please, I am begging, because without we taking this, we can't beat. We will be dying anyhow. Asthmatic people go they die, but I pay that should not. It should not happen in Nigeria. Please, and please.
Asthmatic people's lives matter. Asthmatic people's lives matter. Hashtag asthmatic people's lives matter. But as an asthmatic person, will they support APC? Is your life really or truly matter? I mean, just ask yourself, Nimomino, like you ask yourself and say, should life me gonna matter by? That's why I said you should look beyond that guy. Just look beyond him. But take that message off or more. Hey, and I know some of you watching me right now, right there, it is either you are just doing your own, Eh? In America, you will see them using insulin as campaign.
Because people who need insulin in America and how much insulin costs in America, you know that, Abi? It is a political campaign material. Life-saving insulin that they said they will buy for $1.50 in Canada is being sold for maybe about $40 in America. But there are people who still have to buy it. There are Medicaid. There are other medical support that you can get. Are you with me? Insurance here and there that can pay for them. And because people are paying so much to stay healthy, they are fighting it in America like life and death, because it is a life and death thing. There are serious medical conditions that Nigerians are suffering from in Nigeria and in other parts of the world where those ailments and all of them are being maintained. In Nigeria, it is suicidal. Suicidal. Yeah? Imagine me having to spend 60,000 there or 61,000 naira because I want to breathe. Which time the owner of the breath no go take him? So this same breath that me and you are doing with ease, even if it is with the empty stomach, it they cost people 60,000, and by in another 6 months again, that may be 100,000 naira. Omo, you are working, they are paying you 150,000 naira. You are spending 100,000 of it to be able to breathe. Is that not? And these guys are not interested because the what do you call it? The blowback of the economic ruin of these guys is what you are seeing on everything. It's not just food, though. Not just food. So if you sit down there and you are asking me, okay, what is the solution? The solution number one I've told you is that you need to first admit that there is no country called Nigeria. Number two, there is nobody called Nigerian. We are all existing because those who created Nigeria wanted us to exist as Nigerian. We have our nationality, Abi. And indeed, from the time immemorial, with available facts, we were not meant to be one country. So first thing first, if you want to listen to what is my solution, we must first start from decommissioning your mind. No. Decongesting. No. Reformatting your mind and your brain of all the lies you have been fed, the most that you've defended all your life. We need you to renounce them. Once you renounce that from your mind, the next solution will make sense to you. But if something is still in your brain arguing it, you're not, that's fine. That means you're not ready. This contraption cannot be saved. No. And all of you who are still holding it for them, believing that one day, someday is going to change, you are those who are giving the contraption the lifeline. If you like, send all of these rogues that you have today, even kill them, and bring another set of yourselves and put yourselves in, and you will realize that you've just committed cleansing for nothing, because majority of you are worse than the criminals that are punishing you. And it is because the system allows it. Nigeria's system is not built for Nigerians, because Nigerians didn't put the system in place. A system you didn't put in place, something should tell you, can never be in your own interests, per se. So you didn't put it in place. So you need to let it go. Now, when it is gone, that is when you can begin to be the architect of your lives. And you can begin to prepare yourselves to feature in the future that, you know what I mean, you really want to live. Break it up to save lives. Everything else is just waste of time and waste of talk. And the rest of you still holding us back, holding and praying for these rogues, looking forward to elections and see if you can probably change them. Well, you are those still holding us back. But when you get to that state of mind, we will all know. Of course we would know. And then we will do what is right. We'll break this contraption up. And we'll save the lives of the rest of those who are left then. And that is why we are doing our best to ensure that majority of you are still living that lie. Listen to me. We want to do our best to ensure that the generation, because some of you are still procreating, and are still they born. Here you get voluntary slaves, willing slaves, what do you call it? Submissive slave, humbled slaves, sophisticated moron, and the rest of all those. Yes, I mean, you are those who are holding us back, but it's just a matter of time. Okay. However, there is what do you call it? There is a part I actually wanted to add to this, but I would love to have Colin tonight, okay? And I can possibly share them when I start taking calls, just to balance them up like that. But first, let me go make myself another cup of tea. And don't go anywhere. You can still like the video and don't go anywhere. The numbers to call is right here on your screen, okay? And you can be speaking to me in the next few minutes. I'll be back.
Jay, help us, oh, help us. There is God, oh. There is God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay?
You keep quiet. Hello there.
Mayogu, one name.
One name. How are you, Baba?
I'm fine. Good evening, Mayogu.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. This is retard number capital no 4.
Say that again.
Retard number capital no 4.
Oh, so Ogun 4. It's good to have you back again. It's been a while, oh.
Yeah, sometime now. Anytime I want to call, the line is always jamming, so I can't.
So busy. I know, but it's good to have you now anyway. So yeah, here we are. You see the Agbado swag, the Agbado nation. It is all.
Today,
I mean, it's all spreading right now, and everybody they feel them.
They never begin feel them, bro. Now they starting with this. Na kokoro call with this.
Yeah.
Remember, I've always bust their bubble. Right from the day one, I told them that nothing will happen.
You did, though.
Remember?
You did.
I said nothing will happen. They want to crucify me. I said nothing will happen. We have studied Nigeria very, very well. It will have to get to the climax where everybody, dog will begin eat dog. Now in Nigeria go feel react. But for now, I said it that time. They said they will go to heaven. They will go to court. They went to the first court, went to the second court. You remember they begin to go to the heavenly court. Where God go judge the king.
Yeah, I did that. They say if you go high court, go appeal, go supreme. When you go again, you say I want them over to the court of God. May God just judge them.
I don't have to waste your time or waste anybody's time. I just want to drop one or two things for my fellow Nigerian brothers. Because I'm beginning to feel compassion. I'm beginning to feel compassion. My advice to every young Nigerian there that really feels that his future is in his hands.
That he deserves better.
You people should stand up. You people should stand up and revolute. You see what Sharia said, eh? Look, I'm this kind of person that when people talk, I listen to them and pick the meaningful things they say and throw away the stupid ones. Sharia said we should revolute. Sharia did not come to harm anybody by saying we should revolute. He has seen, just like Martin Nanekalo, he has seen that Nigeria can never be amended. Never. The only way out is to revolute. Martin Nanekalo came and said everybody should go back to his tent. Go back to your tent, O Israel. That's people want to crucify him. They went as far as kidnapping him. My brothers and sisters, we're gonna open on the eye. Don't reach time we could split the country. Make everybody go. Start from afresh.
Sure you get. And why are they afraid? Why is everybody? Why are they afraid?
Person will go die, go die.
Abi?
Man will die for Monday, man will die on Sunday. Death now death. Now the same place they go. What be this nonsense one a day here they misbehave? People they take on a that country, banana country self don't better pass them. Banana Republic don't better pass them.
Because now Republic maybe say they go get law. Banana Republic go get law. They say this one self no be jungle. That
Nigeria no get law.
Generous to even call it a zoo. Baba, I've been to zoo. Zoo is organized.
This is a pit.
This one. What do you want call this one?
Donald Trump will name shithole.
That's what he said.
Yes, it's a shithole. Where nothing happens. Nothing. So, my Nigerian people, I feel pity for you people because you people don't understand when we living abroad is trying to tell you to rise up for your right. We have come here. We have come to see how things are properly done, well organized. We want you people to have the same kind of thing we are having here. That's why we say you should start. See this place. Once people mistake you go make, people don't carry black card for you for road.
You get?
They don't come out begin to for your head. What shit on I want to receive again one I never receive? What is the problem with you people that you cannot rise up and stand for your right? Fight for your right. On a day for court, there is nothing like court in Nigeria. Law is dead.
For somebody like just say you come back. Why you no come back? Easy now. Maybe you sit down
Why
and
me I no
tell
come
them.
back?
So now you go back to motivate them so that
you know what you run from this. You know what it be when somebody don't reach naval captain. I run. I not retire. I take a woo. I take off because I was forced to do what I was not supposed to.
You don't see fire. You don't see and finish. And
like I tell you,
somebody see they wait for you to come back.
Any military man run from Nigeria, and I never see anything. The civilians never see any punishment. Military men, they see hell before they go wrong.
But civilian, they get they do acquire to Maguire. They do motivational talk. You go clear for everybody's eyes, Baba. It don't happen.
Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means?
What does it?
To obey the last order. Whether you're right or wrong, you must obey the last order. If they say carry go and kill your papa, you go kill him because they say obey the last order. And I don't go understand that. Now make the civilians. Anyway, until you people rise up and fight for your rights, nothing will change.
It is a reminder. God bless you, Jare. And if anybody is waiting for their own Messiah to come, all right, you can keep waiting. Hello there.
Hello, Uncle Mayegun. This is Beatrice.
Hey, our lady. Lady Beatrice, ma'am. How are you tonight?
Oh, I thank God. And how are you and your family?
Well, we thank God too. Thank you.
Very good. Yeah, I have been listening to this lady president.
Joyce Banda, you mean her?
Yeah, the Banda lady, about all the talks. I appreciated what she said, but I thought I would hear her emphasize on the leadership we have presently in Africa, particularly in Nigeria. You know, it seemed to me like she was not really ready to touch those areas because I decided to.
Have you seen her full speech? I didn't really bring the full speech per se. It was just like a cutout, you know.
I saw it, I think, either from you or somewhere else, and I listened to the end, but I didn't see. You know,
say anything along that. Okay.
Yeah, reference to how her own leadership was, how the justice was able to cancel their own something, and when the president was cheating and so on, you know, trying to paraphrase, not quoting her in verbatim. I thought I would see her mention about Nigeria, totally, because you don't have to be afraid of these people. The reason they are attacking people like David, what's his name? David, our popular David.
Undeni.
People like you and so on, is because they're outspoken and hitting it at them. We need to not be afraid of these people. And the fact that many people go about cursing the whole nation is not I think, it's not the solution. Remember one time if you give me a few seconds or minutes, I was coming from Germany to Nigeria, and we had to wait at Frankfurt airport to change to the flight that would take us, Lufthansa, that would take us to Lagos, you know. And I saw a lot of Nigerians. There was something going on. As if it is now. This thing I'm talking about is more than 15 years ago, or even 20. So, and the whole Nigerians there at this airport, we are this waiting room. You wouldn't believe that they are Nigerians, and they were really cursing Nigeria. They were saying that useless country, these people, this and that. They were talking in such a way that the whole waiting room where they kept us to wait was quiet, listening to these few people. And at a point, I got fed up. Perhaps some of them will hear me now and they will remember that this was that woman. So I stood up and I said, can we have some peace here? Will you keep quiet? The Nigeria is very useless, very stupid. And where are you going to? Why are you going there? You mean if one person is a criminal, doesn't mean that my father, who has not done anything, has become a criminal, or my grandmother and all that. And you are busy exposing the whole nation and cursing the whole nation. I said, why are you going there? Did anybody invite you to come to Nigeria? If it is so useless, why don't you stay back
where you are?
Yeah, because they are coming from UK. You know, they joined
like a connecting flight, yeah.
UK, And from the way that we are talking, you know they came from the UK. So I was really angry, and I told them to keep quiet. Look at everybody's listening to you. Every nation have their problems, but they keep certain things to themselves. They can discuss it in their government houses or wherever, but not in the public place like this, insulting a whole nation. So at the end of the day, there was a man there. I think he was the External Affairs Minister of Nigeria. I didn't know he was in that flight. So, but as we were checking out Muritala Mohammed, so the guy touched me and said, "Oh, thank you, you did my job." Oh, and I said, "Oh my God, what have I done?" He said, "I am the external minister of this country. I was really, really fed up and tired and sick. But suddenly somebody behind stood up and was talking. And after that time, everywhere was quiet until we arrived Lagos." Okay. What I'm trying to pull out in this thing is this. We know the criminals who are hurting us. We know who they are. I don't care if you want to curse them one by one, show their pictures and lay all the curses upon them. But not a whole country. Because my great-grandmother, even though she's buried, she's still in her corpse is on that land.
That's right.
She was a farmer, a Christian. She didn't do anything to anybody. Nobody cared for her. She cared for herself until she passed on. So if we keep cursing our nation, I can't quote where it is in the Bible. Our mouth is very powerful.
So you want us to pray for Nigeria? Is that what you're trying to say, Ma? That we should pray for Nigeria? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that we can pray that God should divide us, separate us. But those who are destroying Nigeria, God should destroy them.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to. I'm not saying Nigeria because
some of us don't want to pray for Nigeria, Ma. Do you understand? I mean, it doesn't matter how you feel, right? People like me don't want to pray for Nigeria. Do you get that? So
I'm tired of even being in Nigeria.
Get that? So
I'm tired. But one thing I cannot accept is if you
the way people causes generally, yeah.
Like I challenged BBC one something they wrote, one they published.
Yeah.
About some criminals, and these criminals some are Nigerian. They criticize them and they publish everything. They won't publish the name and person who did that crime. They will
just use. I get you. Yeah. So you are trying to let us know that we should drop the idea of using a blanket statement like that. We should be kind of more specific. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Because I'm not clear. But if you can give me one more this thing. Okay. Then the British BBC.
Yes.
If you remember that time they robbed Britain here, this gold and vaults and everything.
I remember.
You remember.
I do. I remember.
But it was old people that did that crime,
Oh, yeah?
So they would write about them, they would write their names. You will not see where they will say British criminals. They will write the names of the people. So when I saw it on Facebook, I quickly went on that and I wrote, why are you not mentioning the name of the country where they came from? But if these criminals were somebody from Africa,
Black or Africa, yeah,
you put it on the head of all Africans, wherever this country is, Ghanaians or Nigerians. But now it's your citizen, and then you are calling them by name without mentioning their country. This is wrong.
And you are a journalist, so let me say this, ma, just before, right? For some people listening to us, okay, or our lady Beatrice, why she's saying this, from my own understanding, is that there's some powerful narrative that media has, or even people, which is that once you drop something, sometimes it's not just about the headline, it is the targeted audience or purpose sometimes, right? For example, a black person who commits crime in the UK, they will have to target on Africans, blacks, or something. And if they are from Nigeria, they will say two Nigerians instead of mentioning their names or where they live and all that, like others. And all those things really, really go a long way psychologically for you to just be like, oh, is that who they are?
It's called objectivity in journalism.
Objectivity, I see.
You don't go about criticizing the whole United Kingdom. one criminal does something here. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
But they are fond of doing it to us in Africa. Have you ever read any news where Britain is criticizing the whole United Kingdom because of one bad thing that is happening there? They will not. They would rather be silent about it. I'm a journalist. I have
I get what you mean, man. Thank you very much.
So, but I just want us to begin to, let God divide us, but let God not punish those of us who have not done anything wrong. Let him punish the ones who are ruining our nation.
But we wish, but we all know that it is not God that is actually punishing us. It's these criminals that are punishing us.
Yeah,
and in this instance, it's not even sparing anyone.
If we all curse them, it will hit them seriously than at randomly hitting the whole nation.
Yeah, like picking every. I get that too. Thank you so much, Ma. Yeah, you've made a very valid point there. And we always appreciate you. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Take care, Ma. So, when you look at those who are very religious, okay, and I understand where she's coming from, all right? It's like you sitting down and somebody says, you see, all these Nigerians are just drug dealers. There's a way you're going to take it. Even if you don't want to answer Nigerian, if somebody say that beside you, and you look at the person that's like, you know how you're going to feel? Like, what do you mean by all Nigerians are like fraudsters? What do you mean? Like, why would you say that? Because factually, it's not correct. Do you get that now? So, I think I have a caller. Hello there. No, I didn't pick it. Now, let me do that. So, I get where she's coming from, and it's simply...
Hello, Margaret Jonathan.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm okay, and yours?
I'm very well, Baba. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, thank you very much for your good work.
Thank you, sir.
You see, the Nigeria, this is the end of the road. This is where they are moving. They don't know. Buhari finished that country. Tinubu himself is away. He knows everything. But the problem, because of the no constitution is not strong. Nobody can hold each other.
No.
Is Nigeria just a company? A general public company that everybody come and take and go. Nobody care for that country. Yes, come and take and go. So Tinubu is looking for his own. He will still do more than Buhari because if you are going to
talk saying go do more than Buhari.
He never starts now. He go destroy everywhere now. That's why Buhari tell them now. Buhari make a point for now. He said Nigeria. He said Nigeria go remember him.
And now, he said Nigeria go miss him. When they saw. Said, in Jesus' name, we'll never miss you in Jesus' name.
Forget that country. Jesus' name. Now today we dey hear Jesus' name.
Not today.
Allah Koba. Forget them. Then tie them with the religion. That religion, all of them are working together. The imam, the pastors, politicians, all of them are the same people.
Yes.
They are working. This is elite. They are category of elite. Them involved getting something. This the high profile criminal, which is the people that is in power. Them are thieving, giving the pastors and the imams their own shares, taking their children for the good positions. All of them, their children is going to school outside country. All those imams and those apostles. Yes, all of them are the same. They are working together. They just hold the poor masses who don't know anything. The problem of our country, our eyes very blind. The Nigeria, the blind die. Then forget the government is the God in this earth. No God will come and help you.
No.
Your government is your own God. You are seeing. Even the Bible they are reading. The Bible told us. They said that the people, the leaders that don't take care of their shepherds. What the Bible is talking about the leaders. Nothing again. Them is God. God has created, give authority to them. They take over the universe. God will not come again to help people again. Your God is government. Nothing God again, but our people blind, calling God a lack of power, killing themselves for nothing.
There is this Igbo proverb, and I want you to, when I say it, you help me say it in Igbo, okay? They say that any God, we won't do pass itself. They go show them the kind tree where they take carve them. Any God for
yes.
land. You remember that? You remember Amabi? Any
Yes.
God wey act
Yes.
beyond this limit, they go show am the wood or the tree where they
The
take
wood where they take more than.
Let me say I'm in Igbo. I want to hear him.
He said, any job that you do, I get you a share the player.
And that's exactly what people should be like. Share you get.
Yes.
If the people owns the power and they have that power now, you gave it to them, even though you didn't, Abi. Now they forcefully take that and using it over you. That simply means that it is time to show them the tree where we will take care of them.
Yes.
No be so?
Yes. No, so this is a common something. The Bible tells them nothing again. This is the Bible. They are turning it upside down, cheating themselves. Even this Western world we are living. Some of time, when the Christianity want to rule them, want to blindfold them, they fight against them, kill the bishop, kill the pastors, kill all of them, take the power. These ones, they are just deceiving them. They are telling you are going to heaven. No, your heaven is here. Your kingdom come, you have been here. It's when nobody has gone there before and come back. Tell us where that place, how that place is be. Everything, they are talking about heaven. I don't know, all of them are building their own heaven in this world. The higher church, which higher church did they build now? The higher church, that category, how many people go enter?
They say it go take 500,000 people. Maracana Stadium at 240. The supposed stadium.
Why did they build them? Why did they build them? You don't want to go heaven.
Now? Why do you
want one for this earth? Why did they build them? You don't want to go heaven again. When God keep the mansion for you.
No, now there
but they build them for here.
To go to heaven. No forget. If you go there, now there you go see the kingdom of God.
We never go there. They try to deceive them. These criminals. Look at those of them. Who's of them? You have taken the power from their hand. He took the power that Saturday. Sunday morning you go to church. The bishop go to pray for them. Which Thanksgiving? This thing is just the fool people. It's the fool people. They're just the fool people. Those people are not Christian. They are not Muslims. They are criminals. This is a non-Muslim, not Christian, no one. Nigeria don't have any religion. No. Let's not deceive ourselves. No religion. All of them are criminals.
Yes.
They just hang for that religion, the fool people. All of them are thieves. These people have their own gods for their own house too. All of them go the native daughter, go Babalawo, belong for God to eat everywhere they belong.
Criminals, so people where they bath with
criminals.
They shout Jesus and you believe them.
They are Jesus, Allah, Buhari criminal. He have destroyed the country and run away, go to the water, go stay, deceiving them. If Tinubu want to save himself, let him go and bring Buhari for the water. Bring the water, bring Buhari to Nigeria. Bring Maramu for Nigeria.
This Sirika,
bring
Usman,
bring all of them to us. Bring them to justice. Tell them ask them where they tip Nigeria money.
That's right.
Go and bring them. Come on. That's the only thing he can do for Nigeria. If you are really sincere, because nothing he can do. This is This is your magic. He can never work. Nothing he can do.
If you take propaganda,
you know the work. We know it. No money there.
Tell them, say, if you take propaganda, take power, they don't fit take propaganda run a country. You know if you run a country,
they can't take it now. No, they're just deceiving themselves. Nothing they can do.
Baba.
Nothing. Let him come out to tell Nigeria true.
I know.
Tell Nigeria Buhari have finished everywhere.
I know.
Tell everybody. Let Buhari bring the money back.
Thank you, Baba. See, I have another caller, and please make una keep it short, so that more people can enter too. Is that Adiola by the way? Is that you?
Yeah, this is Adiola speaking.
Oh, that's Adiola. Baba, how you doing today?
But I'm okay. I think I'll go slightly spiritual tonight.
Okay,
very,
now,
very
yeah, baby, carry me the go.
I believe I'm a lifelong student of the book of Proverbs. And you cannot quote one part and not quote the other. You have to quote it full. I think 2 days ago I was watching a program and you mentioned a particular scripture which says, when the righteous are in authority, people will rejoice, everybody will, And also, when the wicked come into power, everybody will start complaining.
That's right.
So we are seeing the evidence. So it's clear cut. You know, you
So
cannot.
we are witnessing the scripture right in our presence.
Yeah, we tell the scripture. But by the same time, there's another step. There's another proof that will let us know when things will change. And it seems that same book, because book here is probably one of the most powerful books on earth. You know, and it tells you the same thing. You know, when the wicked arise, people hide themselves. You know, men will hide themselves, but at the same time, when they perish, the righteous will increase. So it is, you have to vary it. When these people start leaving, when we start getting rid of these leaders and we have people that can do things start arising, then there'll be prosperity, there'll be upward mobility. You know, things will change. So it's the same thing. So you have to get rid of it.
On that people still have to do something before
yes,
that happens,
we have to get rid. Yes, because to be honest with you, people that can change the course of the black man, they are alive. They are breathing.
The best brains
there are
of
many
Nigeria
people. The best brains.
Nigeria, honestly.
They are outside, they are within.
I'm not saying there are no brains
around.
in Nigeria, because those who are watching me in Nigeria can take offense. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about those of you who can think clearly without the influence of those in government.
Without the influence.
Here you get. Like you can think and be like, okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to go try it. Without their influence, without the influence of their... A lot of us who are outside Nigeria have met different opportunities, right?
Yes.
With little encouragement, even though everything is everywhere. That's what I mean by the best brains in Nigeria. I mean, the best brain from Nigeria are outside Nigeria. Those who are in Nigeria, they continue to mold them, and you know,
they've weaponized poverty, so they are trapped. So
go on.
When they they've weaponized poverty. So moment they weaponize poverty, you know, that is what it is. But you know, I just have that belief that there's that tipping point whereby you cannot weaponize poverty any further. You know, how can someone be holding a drug for that man that was pointing the hike in price from 8K to 52K? Drug that is for people that exactly. So there has to be that tipping point whereby that this model that we are using becomes it's not longer sustainable. That it will now break. So just for me, I wouldn't want to be arguing with people. Don't worry now, they play now. Atopayo might collapse. No matter what we talk about, might collapse.
Those who are saying that your eye go peel. Everybody face the peel right now.
When will they tell them?
They pretend they walk like this.
When will they tell them, say, do not vote Tinubu, don't vote him, let us clear, let us stop.
I remember that very well. I have some of them who were cursing me on my program. They go type and curse me, but see all of us today now.
You know the normal saying, they said, no go put body. If you put body go tell you.
It gets.
No go put body. Baba no go put body. Baba no go put body. If you put body go tell you. Now they don't put body. Body is not telling them. Body is not telling you.
That has now become any
Kolomo. So it is clear, if someone has a vision for you, the vision that the British had for Nigeria, it was to enslave, to state capture, and for administrative convenience.
Exploit everything they can get.
That current contraption, that current contraption is a result of an administrative convenience. Baba, I pray that we will not fall into that trap, that our existence will not be someone's vision for their own convenience.
Jesus.
They made it for their administrative convenience.
I told a friend
and we are holding on to that word, Nigeria.
Adiola, I told a friend today, right?
How to get well, Baba. I need it to see. But chairman, I need correct it. Someone created that space.
To everybody.
It's poverty now. Poverty. I tell people, poverty is the correcting factor.
Everybody. Adiola.
when poverty enter, correct everything. Baba, forget
Baba, thank you so
Baba,
much.
God bless you, man. Enjoy.
Yeah, you
bye.
too. Take it easy.
Yeah, bye. Bye.
Now, I have another caller, but I'm going to tell my caller to hang on for me for a second. Is African Wahala?
Yes, sir. It's the African Wahala, my brother.
Prince Adewale, the African Wahala. Guess something, the Prince, before we continue, right? I was seeing some, what do you call it, old Twitter engagement, and guess what popped up?
Yeah.
Your comment, your tweet. It was, it was on the reactions after the EndSARS. This tweet was on the 25th of October, 5 days after the massacre, right? And everyone was talking. Everyone was talking. So people are now saying, no, hang on. In fact, it was actually, you know that Chinelo doctor that got killed?
Chinelo that got killed on Kaduna, Abuja.
Do you remember? That's his exact tweet, right? And I said, the African Wahala.
Yes.
And people were saying, youth, we need to go and get our PVC now. We must get our PVC. This was 2020. And you were there. You were like, how can you be so dumb planning to participate in an election that you PVC? How can you be, something like, how can you be so dumb that you cannot see that they just want to use you to validate a fraudulent election they will rig, so that you will not be able to actually fight them anymore? I will support the breakup of this country peacefully. I was like, that's African Wahala. I don't care if it was you. That was you that came to my estate. That's African Wahala. You know what I mean? So, the Prince,
yes.
We were having a chat today, right?
Yes, sir.
And that chat was about how people are coping with this economy in Nigeria, the hardship, the complaint and all that, okay? So, somebody now said, listen, it be like saying that people just they complain. Ikorodu to Obalende, not too far. Now people just they waste money on transportation. Other people said, my ego na true, but I know if you do Ikorodu to Obalende, if you do Ikorodu to K2, then I go enter bus K2 to Fadeyi, and then from K2 to Onikpan. From Onikpan, I go take leg, enter Obalende. I was like, I'm just saying, everybody should improvise. Baba, here we are. It don't happen.
Baba, you see that our friend, that guy with the cry about Ventolin inhaler. Very soon, they go tell him make him improvise. Make him improvise and start using lemon and ginger and orange peel to cure his asthma.
Because it is natural. At your knee.
Yes. Now wait to happen. Yes. Lemon at the ginger at the honey. Luma for improvise. So I called this evening, my brother, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. Yes. I called to speak to my Christian folks, brothers and sisters, and even the Islamic brothers and sisters can benefit from this message. This is from the book of Matthew, chapter 7, 17 to 23. And I'll read it quickly. It says, likewise, every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. A good tree cannot bear bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown in the fire. Thus, by their fruit, you will recognize them. This is from the Bible that a lot of people use as the golden standard to live their lives. Yes. So if the Bible tells you that nothing good can come out of something bad, why are you still attaching yourself to bad people and a bad contraption? Because that's not a country. The reason I called it a bad contraption is because when Frederick Lugard created Nigeria using a machine gun, he used a machine gun to create Nigeria, right?
Yes.
That was to the economic benefit of the British people.
That's right.
Like the previous speaker said, he said, let's pray that our circumstances is not for the benefit of some other people. And unfortunately, that is 100% what Nigeria is. Number two, bad people. You, as a Christian, why are you supporting criminals? Why? Why don't you follow the Bible and realize that a bad tree can never produce good fruits? For example, you guys supported Buhari. Now you've supported Tinubu. These are criminals and terrorists. We all know about this. Nobody should pretend like you don't know. If your Bible says nothing good is going to come out of bad people, then why are you supporting them? So I thought I brought in this biblical reference to have people understand that you are disobeying your Bible when you support criminals. When you support all these senators, governors, commissioners, all these terrorists, you are lying to yourself. And when you go back and vote, because some of you guys are beginning to plan for 2027, when you go out there and vote, you're only disobeying your Bible. So please use your Bible as a reference and throw Nigeria in the garbage where it belongs. Remove your mindset. Realize that you are not a Nigerian. Nobody is a Nigerian. We are just victims of the circumstances of Frederick Lugard, the British Empire. Then they passed down the contraption to a bunch of criminals, drug dealers, and terrorists that have completely destroyed this society.
And they continue.
Thank you so much, my brother.
God bless you, the prince, as always. I currently have, I want to believe that is Sham. Is that you, ma'am?
Yes, Michael, good evening.
Good evening to you again there. And yes, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Excellent show as usual. I don't really have a lot to add, but I just thinking about the last caller and the previous one who talked about basically disabusing our minds from the entity called Nigeria. It's true. None of us are Nigerians. You know, if we consider it historically.
They told us we have no rights. It's so amazing that people will beat their chest and say, I'm a proud Nigerian. How?
You know, the thing is, right? One thing leads to the next thing, right? So I think because of platforms like your own, a lot of people are. It's not like we were not aware. I cannot tell you here that I wasn't aware of Biafra. My father talked to us about Biafra. He talked to us when he was alive about the war, his experience during the war, even my mother and everything. So it's not like we were ignorant. And I think we even had like the Biafran note. We still had like the £5. I don't know what to call it. The £5 Biafran note.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, we knew all of that. We're very, very much aware. But I think a lot of us didn't understand the impact of Nigeria until we either left the country or subsequently, because like I said, because of platforms like yours. I've learned a lot from your platform in the sense, you know, if we were ignorant about the part that the so-called religious leaders play, we're no longer ignorant. We are very much aware.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, we're very much aware now that these people are all drinking from the same cup. And just like I've been considering a lot, the legally what can be done. And the reason why I'm calling really is to speak to anyone who has a legal background and a legal, know-how. Because we've been saying it and we've been belaboring the point that Nigeria was never formed for the benefit of the so-called people in that entity. And I refuse to use Nigerians anymore because, like you said, we're not Nigerians. We are different nations that have been put together in this one geographical entity.
Without our consent and not for our own interest,
exactly,
and we don't even have a say.
But that is the thing. We're now living in 2023. After things like the Black Lives Matter and so many things like that, and I know a lot of people in the comment section will want to go after me, but listen to what I'm saying. Can't we take a legal a legal angle to this, take it to the highest court. I think the highest international court is actually the Court of Hague, and argue that this entity should never have been, because we were not what's the word, that we were not considered, we were not consulted before it was put together,
and we never consented to.
And we never consented, right? Because I feel like those arguments can be heard now, because the premise with which, outside of it being administration, it was also racist as well, to assume that people like us would not be able to self-determine, right? That we didn't have the intellect to self-determine. So therefore,
self-determine and be on our own.
And be on our own. So therefore, let us do it for you. That was racist. Is the purest form of racism, to say that somebody is not capable or intellectually challenged to be able to make decisions for themselves. And these are things that can be legally argued. And I feel like, unless, I mean, again, if we want to tell her, if the world wants to tell us how racist they are or how biased they are to the establishment, then they will let entities like this carry on. But the reason why I'm calling is to speak to anyone who has more. I don't have a legal background, but I've been thinking about
who
it.
Can help in that area to
exactly, who can actually think along those lines and say, okay, maybe we actually have a case here. Because I don't know if
somebody said you are still planning to take it to the white people. Mind you, it is just a suggestion of a thing. But let me help you here. Somehow I have something similar in mind. Okay, so close to what you have to, right? And I mean, like when you want to, when the movement really want to make a difference in this kind of a thing, in Nigeria's case, all right, I believe that if there is, like you said, legally too, okay, those who have the legal know-hows as well, right? If a movement can genuinely mobilize the people, and they take over the National Assembly of Nigeria. I'm talking about enough people. I'm not talking about 1,000, 2,000 people. I mean people. Sure, you get where you have them take over the National Assembly of Nigeria and tell them that that constitution has to go, and it has to go now. Like it has to go like yesterday. Now, if they have the number, this like you had that opinion too, right? If they have the number, that alone can get the world attention, and it can trigger global sort of reactions from us.
This is because I understand what the person is saying.
Real people who can, you know what I mean, like who are not going to do this because they will lead everybody to the path, and then they will get a deal, and they will dump everybody.
No. We don't need that.
You get what I mean? Like, but do you get what I said there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Something needs to trigger something. We all need to understand.
I agree. You know, the person who was saying, "Oh, we want to look into the white man," right? I understand what you're saying. They cannot be trusted because they have their own self-interest where that entity is concerned. The point I'm trying to make is that we can use the momentum of what is going on in the world, how the world is trying to reject the so-called racism, and turn it against them. Because that, like you said, it's only going to become a movement to say, oh, these people were done wrong from inception. Okay. And like I said, I'm not the best legal mind, but I'm just thinking that.
Do you want me to tell you something quickly too, Chan, before you go, right?
Yeah.
Don't ever think that your ideas or your concern, like everyone else's concern and ideas, don't ever think there are no people who are actually picking them up, working on them, until one day, right, something is going to pop out. And I can promise you this, it is not going to pop out from the blues. It's going to pop out from those who have spent their time doing exactly what we are talking and saying here. Just have that at the back of your mind.
Yeah.
It's never wasted. You get that, Charm, right?
Yeah, so that's my 2 cents. I didn't really call to add too many. Like I said, your platform is very informative. Anyone who wants to bury their head in the sand, well, carry on. This is where we are now.
Pretend not to
we have to. You can pretend not to know. Nigeria, I will tell you that I always thought that, but Nigeria can't work because on the foundation that it was built,
let's be honest with ourselves. No, not this way.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you so much, Sham. Because it's ideal. There are things that we need to understand, that if you don't have the resources, if you want to take down a criminal enterprise, you must have the resources, including the human resources for it as well. But don't ever think everything said here is just being said. It's not fun. I can tell you that for free. Hello there.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa.
Brother, all hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa. I mean, it's good to have you back here today again. How you doing?
Pretty good. Busy. It's been a crazy past 2 weeks, but we're here.
Right.
It's always wonderful to hear your voice, staying strong and motivating the troops.
Thanks, man.
Another banger. This is heartfelt. I felt
Martinelli. Martinelli is my hype man.
Yeah.
The one that always be like, it's gonna be another banger tonight. Kind of always count on me. It's gonna be worth it. Thank you.
My God, you don't know how much you've helped all of us, to keep us motivated in this fight. I salute you for it. Everyone that's watching this, why is it over 3,000 people and there's only 1,000 likes? Come on, man, hit that like button. Stop being afraid.
People are always
Come on.
practicing social distancing with my like button all the time. That we always have to remind them. But thank you for helping.
Now, wow, for them, but
please.
Yeah. So it's very passionate. Everyone I called in is very passionate. I salute you for all your contributions. We may agree and disagree on certain things. To the sweet old lady, the lady that called in the beginning. This is one of the things. Yes. I'm sorry, Ma, but the truth is we never have been a nation and we will never be a nation. You're defending something that you cannot defend. You're defending Nigeria, and when you get to Nigeria, they treat you like shit. You're not even unified. I'm surprised that at this point you haven't gotten it, that there's no way of fixing it. We're thinking about breaking it up. We have to break it up to save lives.
That's right.
The country has been hijacked. It's been captured. There's nothing you can do to change it, but to break it up. The young lady that called about taking it to court is a good gesture, good point, everything. Trust me, we have done that already. We've been to United Nations. We've been protesting in front of United Nations in New York City. We've done everything. We protested in front of the British High Court, both in New York City and in Washington, D.C. They'll come up, they'll give us, they'll talk to us. One, low-ranking person will come out, act like he doesn't know anything, takes our information and disappear. You never hear anything. We've been to, the French, house in New York City as well. They'll come down, the Irish, the same thing. We've done everything humanly possible. What I've come to realize is that the only way they'll take us serious is when we arm, when we start fighting back. That's when they start listening to you. We've done everything possible diplomatically. We have had consultants, those lobbyists, to do a lot of work for us.
There is a famous picture online of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his team. Sometimes, in 2017 or 18 or thereabout, in Brussels, where he went into the European Union Parliament, met with the team on African affairs, and he tabled the Biafra before them. Even if they wanted to do anything, right? Like we all know, the interest of these people in Nigeria is basically what they can get from there. And it seems that being together as a country like it is right now, it is to their own interest. And they want it that way. So they couldn't push forward.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately. But it's time to stop believing that we have to take anything to them anymore. I don't believe that anymore. If there's anything...
No, we have to take it.
Go on.
Yeah, we have to take it on our own. We can no longer curtail to these people and always crying for help from them, because they will never ever help us.
No.
Never. No. So even us, I can't say much about me, but all I can say is this: we have a lot of movement on the side that we've been doing as well. And the thing is, whenever we make moves, you have the Nigerian government, they will come now and use our own money to fight against us. And they pay the consultants, and then you never hear from the consultants again. This is what we've been facing. So it's an uphill battle until we, the people, wake up and realize, like, no, we have to take this fight to them. It's not a one-person thing. It has to be a collective movement.
Collective, yes.
Because these people, the courts, they're all in the interest of their own home countries. You know?
Thank you, man.
So let's not be naive.
Please. Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you,
man.
Michael.
I mean,
Have a good
that's
day.
some beautiful masterpiece presentation there. I have to give that to you. Seriously, I have to. Because you just pointed out some facts that are kind of, indisputable, I would say. But thank you so much, all right, for always.
All right, my regards to the family.
Yes, man.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa. Man, take it easy, okay? And you have a good one. Here is another person on that other end. Hello there.
Scott in the building, that is Canada.
See, how you doing tonight? Or this afternoon, I would say.
We are
back here again, and it is just getting worse, mommy.
Anyway, it's a recipe for disaster. Before there's always a recipe. The movements are brewing already. I believe. Like what you mentioned. Different brains are strategizing. Everywhere, and there's something that will just bring it up.
Exactly, like it's not going to. People are saying it's going to happen spontaneously. It's going to look like it's going to look like it's spontaneous, because you will be surprised that a lot of people are actually putting things together.
Exactly, because Black Lives Matter do not just start when
it didn't just now. It is a collection of all the rage, all of the anger, all of the groups, and all of them over time. And when something happened, they never miss.
Yes, sir. And this time it will be 36 states at a time. 36 states, not only Lagos. It will be at a time. Once Lagos starts, it answers everywhere. It will get there. And my only prayer is the time it will happen, it will be a time that countries would have shut down their borders for any airline to come in, so that they will not be able to.
They can go out.
Yeah, because they don't go through your normal airports. The only time they go through your airport is when they want you to know that they are going through your airport.
That's right.
They are going official. There are other private runways.
They're filled all over the place now that they built for themselves.
Exactly. Helicopters choppers will take them there. Their private jets, there to take them out. It's only when they want you to know that that they know that they want you to know. And from the church one, I think people need to start. I think we are getting there to right now. When people say God, G-O-D, the capital G and the small g is the same thing. When they call it God, there's no special pronunciation. I think people are just too educated and stupid at the same time. And something happened to me this morning. I was speaking with a friend. He's at Egbon. I just said, it's been long when I spoke to this Egbon. Let me say hello to him. When I called him, he said, okay, speak to this prophet. This prophet is here. Let him pray for you. When I said, okay, I'll be pray. I do the too much.
I be now. You know what I mean? I know the too much. Let him pray.
And the guy said, all those guys, God will bless you. I'm like, amen. The guy now said, he said I should, look for 3 sweet things. 3 sweet things. I said 3 sweet things. What's on the 3 sweet things again? I should look for sugar. I should go and find sugar, honey, honey, and salt. That he wants to pray, that he wants to do some special prayer for me.
From Nigeria to Canada.
From Nigeria to Canada, that will be very. I see plenty money coming your way, and okay. He now said, by the time we do the prayer on the honey and this thing, you look for people around Canada there that will lick the honey, that will lick the sugar, that will lick the salt. So, we're not worried about it.
As I you call the children and say, come and chop Sahara.
Meanwhile, so when I said, so meanwhile, I've heard this kind of scam, this kind of format. I've heard it plenty times. Gone back there, it's gone. So you know, said that if I cannot do that, I can send the money for the sugar for the honey. They will do it for me. The people will lick. So you want to do something for me, and I don't even know the people that will even lick the honey for me. So just like my destiny, and I want licking, and I want licking. You know, so for those who are stupid, many people are many educated, and many people are so educated that people are so stupid.
But poverty is not a good thing. Make I tell you something, brother. See, I have shared this story with everyone here before. Okay, so it was when my business was kind of almost gone. Okay, and we're trying to. I was still in Nigeria then, so I was struggling to see how to get back on. So this person, all of us, they struggle. Are you with me? This guy now said he has some what do you call it? He has some arrangement he go do for me now inside Shinap. You get? And inside that Shinap, right? They would have to use Agbarioku, the skull of a dead you get, and then Inyuku. So the teeth of a dead person, and then they are going to they share everything about Oku. You know, I actually thought they were going to ask me to go and exhume a corpse and cut skull, but they said no, you don't have to do that. We'll do it for you. I won't forget it in my life, right? 800 naira is how much the guy charged, because now all of us they struggle for the bullshit you get. You know, if you bill me too much, but if I make them, I go remember you. But the guy was pretty much like using my own situation then. So they now said I would have it inside the Shinap. So they gave it to me. They burnt everything to powder and pour it into that Shinap bottle. Brand original Shinap. Baba. You know, I mean, apart from the fact that they turned me to alcoholic, because I have to drink it. And when I'm drinking, I'll shake it and shake it. And when I'm drinking, I have to pray. Here you get poverty or da. See, a lot of things, see, and that is why all those scammers, right? You won't even think and say, but this person said they also now. Said no get money now. But in they tell me, say, well, you go to Dubai, you are supposed to be bigger than this. You are supposed to have become very big. Here you get, but I'll help you. I'll help you. There's something I will do for you. I grew up in Odogbolu, and I saw my own people, they scam people who would drive their cars. Rich people, person who don't do okay. Is afraid to go poor. You won't come down house like guy side. That will come say malo when you egba ogogoro you, Baba. I drank ogogoro, you go to see my score. You go to see say more boy, kilon share. Why to the other pori and benio like all my this thing? You go to see the vein in my head. And my madam come talk say, so she mu ogogoro yani. I have to drink it. I don't drink past half bottle. If I don't finish it, it go be like now why I no get money. I just came back one day. She don't drop the bottle from my upstairs. Bah, I didn't even argue, because if you see me that time, my bones were like that. I just said, well, okay, that's fine. So talking about people using money, you are in Canada. Somebody is saying that they want to give you sugar and all of that so that you can make money. Money for what?
I don't have to pray for light to come. I don't have to pray for road to be good. I don't pray for food for there to be food. There's the food that are there. I don't need to do anything. My children are going to school for free. I don't need to pray for.
You have your job. So, you have your this. You have your prospects and everything about life all sorted.
Everything is. So people are just too very, and it shows how stupid. Even here, many people are just stupid that they are so educated that they are very stupid. You know that they don't know who is who anymore. You pray to your God, make I pray to my God. I don't know which God you serve, but me, I know the God. Keep your faith.
Give your thanksgiving when you are blessed. There's nothing wrong.
It's a personal journey.
You know what I mean? Like when you achieve something legitimately. Go to church and thank God. Give thanksgiving. If you have the type that goes to church, go to your next month. That's like
I go to orphanage home. I go and help somebody else. The only way to help to thank God is to help somebody.
Pass it on. Not church. They call and passing it on. If somebody bless you and you are now at the stage that you can bless others, you pass it on. Do it to others people. Do it there.
Why Why God no fit use you as a man of God? Why na me go use? Why he no fit use you?
A chance.
Why you are saying somebody should bring 1 billion? So there's somebody here that the law say he will bring 1 billion. Which work did they do? Which work did they do to bring 1 billion? Why God no fit use you as a general overseer? About God will fit open the Red Sea. Why he no fit use you? You feel no get job, but he know God knows and Baba
it's called faith, Abi, but you do something first. Do something.
People are just stupid.
You
But the thing is,
it is what it is.
People are just stupid. Thank you very much. I mean, it's inspiration. I know many newborns are coming, and that would take over. That are speaking up. Everyone is speaking up. This didn't.
At least. Like Cham said, right? Cham was like, nobody can pretend that they don't know anymore. Even if you bury your head in the sand, yes, you can't pretend that you don't know what is going on anymore. Okay, but you can lie to yourself that you don't. But everybody knows what is going on. We all know what we are doing.
Exactly. Thank you very much. God bless you. God continue to protect you as well. Anybody will wish you evil. Their own self no go better.
You know, Ashebe, Baba, God bless you. I will go evil to anybody. I actually wish everyone is indeed, living a normal life, that you are not going to be a slave, kind of. It's sad, by the way. So, do I have? Is that Chris, by the way?
Yeah, Chris speaking here. Baba,
how are you today?
From Canada.
I know, Chris.
Yeah, we thank God. Yeah. So you've said everything now, and everybody who already contributed already said a lot about this fake contraction we call Nigeria or a country. But the one thing that actually caught my attention was that really guy from Lagos, Asman. Oh yeah, that one.
He's a famous face. You know him very well, Abi.
We know him very, very, very well. She won't say Loma, Abi, whatever.
Yeah. Share you get me now.
Yeah, that's
so later I just felt like anyway, the guy na grifter. Share you get. When he raises alarm like that, he's not raising alarm about his family. He's raising alarm about his health. Or if he's raising alarm about people who bullied him and all of that stuff. And I now discover that every time he raises those alarm, right? Even if you feel like he's APC this or that, okay, he raises them to get the attention of all those people to reach out to him. Once they take care of him, he will disappear for a while.
Then
you know what I mean?
Then he will come back again and bring out his APC. Just make that. Let me just go to Yoruba because so if you are speaking English, you don't really express yourself.
Okay, make them broken so everybody go pick up.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody go pick up.
If you say Yoruba too,
Baba, you see
everybody.
You see all those people in Nigeria. They never know anything. They go see Shege Bansa Pro Max ×2.
And they actually they're gonna say you are wishing it on them, yo. Chris. They go to say you the wish them on them. But this one not be wish you. Now we think will happen. Go on.
Baba, this one not be say this thing. Even my own family member, I tell them if you vote APC, you send the whole caucus anybody more. The only person even send the koda aburo mi to jomo ya mi ò send the whole mo ní ṣe be ẹ fẹ́ shoshi ní Èkó yẹn ni kẹ́ máa tẹ̀lé Tinubu wèrè kiri gbogbo yín ẹ máa jìyẹ everybody ló máa jìyẹ everybody pátápátá kò ní spear anybody out. And lórí ọ̀rọ̀ títí tá a fẹ́ lọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation yìí Ọlọ́run aṣàbáwá ṣe because I don't even know where we could start.
You know one thing, Chris, honestly, I keep telling people, I know a lot of us feel somehow, especially the reaction of our people to when you say Yoruba, let Yoruba be on our own and all of that. But when you look at the reaction of our people, that is not really completely corresponding with that. it breaks heart.
It's not really encouraging. It's not really encouraging.
It's not
at all.
encouraging. But there's something I will tell everyone tonight, Chris, and that is to say, sooner or later, you see these people, every day they continue to give us mouth to talk, to remind those who are still believing in them that continue. When you are tired, you will join us and ask for a free Yoruba nation, because they will never make your life better. And every day they will keep giving us reasons to remind them, Chris.
Yeah. Sherry, that fish lady, the one, the fish monger, Yeleja Abati Akilopere, Gbogbo wọn ṣì máa collect everybody. Kódà àwa tá wà lábroad gan, a máa collect ní tó ń bọ̀ yìí. Ó ti gbàtẹ́ everybody. Àtẹ̀tí ń collect because gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ti máa fún ní 20,000 tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, 30,000, 50,000. Ẹlòmíì mo send ẹnìkan ṣe ó fẹ́ gba family mi kan fẹ́ gbalé. Ó ti mo send 150,000 sí. Ó ti yẹn. Ẹ̀bàká ni ẹ̀ ò tẹ̀ ṣe thank you. Kò ṣe thank you. The next message to my sense in me was, ilé táwọn rí ó pọ̀ ju owó yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. So àwọn ṣì ń wá, the money wey I give them, even reach half of the money what they do for. So they look for additional money from me.
They need balance.
Just imagine. And when you tell them that this way Nigeria is not the actual way for anybody, those same people, they will go there, they will say, they go put their finger for it.
They don't see the Omo now. Forgetting the fact that the Idibebere, see Chris, the Idibebere that they thought they saw behind their call Luna Pampas. Here you get, now they have realized that they don't buy, what do they call them, fake.
Ọtí ra pampers ọtí ọ̀rọ̀ mọ̀ pé ìdí bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ kọ́ láwọn ra pampers làwọn ra.
Pampers arúgbó. Kristo baba.
Anyway, Baba, we go to do our best to enlighten them. But everybody, if everybody don't collect, both we with the diaspora and the people with the Nigeria, everybody, I'm a football ability and we go to protest worldwide. I'm a shut down Nigeria, anything Nigeria. It will happen because of the because even I want to talk about APC, talk about APC or more white, they are already collecting. And nobody is doing anything about it, and it will get worse.
And now, David Oden said, sometimes in July, right? David Oden said, if Kolu remains as your president and is not removed by the courts, by December, half of those who are shouting Emilokon, apart from them shouting any Kolomo, any Balomo, majority of them would have turned to obedience, lamenting and firing Tinubu the same one. And it's not even December yet. At least you've seen.
It's not even December. We just past middle of.
We just got to the middle of November.
Everybody, Baba, everybody, pata, both home and abroad, we could collect. We could collect anyhow. We could collect anyhow until everybody wise up, say okay. Because
Canada. Canada, but that way be about this Canada. A child might buy me rating. Sure, you get me now because. I mean, I can only imagine, because people who don't think very well, right? They should know this. We are, as a people, right? We are kind of, have a bigger extended families and all of that. Now you see this shaggy, is this going to affect even the last of our family? And there's no amount of them that we're kind of going to take out of Nigeria that will spare us of what is still coming. But you see those ones that will be outside when this rain that is raining right now, when it begins to pour, now those ones will be like the Noah Ark. Now those ones go back with strength and enough resources to save those who are left there.
Who are left behind. Yeah.
Thank
Baba,
you so much.
Thank you so much for your time and thank you for the opportunity. God bless you so much.
Thank you for your time too.
Thank you.
And for the support. Okay, you have a good one. That's Chris there, and that's Chris as my last caller tonight. So thank you, everyone. I hope I'll be here again tomorrow. And for those who have heard the message today, just go and sleep over it. All right, like every other messages, and wait for them to play out. So when they finally play out, I hope by then you would have made up your mind on what you really want to do. Some of us knows what we know what we want to do. We even know how to do them. All right. So we're all waiting for the time, which is not really far from now anymore. So you may wake up tomorrow and that's it. Gang, 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 gang. You know, I'll leave you to it. Thank you so much once again for spending your evening with me. Remember to please like the video. You see, when you like that broadcast like that, you are going to make it easier for people to see it. All the people. The algorithm works that way. And then you can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you again. So good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí. Máyégún Diary Ayébi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Ayébi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí. Máyégún Diary Ayébi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary Ayébi #1. Máyégún Diary politico. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary Ayébi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀lọ́mọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.